Hi everybody, so today's Sunday, that means it's time for family movie night, and this week we are talking about aliens. We got Alien Covenant coming out, and I must admit that I watched the first Alien and Aliens movie when I was in like middle school, and I loved them. I thought I don't normally like those kind of movies, and I guess the first one's rated R. I didn't know that, but anyway. I had a lot of fun with them, and I thought they were pretty scary. And so I thought, what can you do for family movie night? Obviously, we can't cover those, but that would be sort of an homage to it. And so I put on Twitter a bunch of alien movies with aliens, and had you guys pick. And the one that you selected for me to review is Steven Spielberg's masterpiece film, E.T. the Extra Terrestrial. E.T. came out in 1982, and a lot of people I've heard say, oh, it doesn't really hold up, it's really saccharine, it's really blah, 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 blah. I disagree. I just do. I think this movie is beautiful, and I love it. And I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I watched it yesterday, and I was bawling throughout. It really hit me hard. And I think what's great about this movie is that it's not necessarily a science fiction movie per se. It's a movie about loneliness, and I think that it shows so well the loneliness of childhood. And I remember as a kid just feeling like nobody, especially as a teenager, nobody understood what I was trying to say, and I would be very envious of adults who had the words that I wanted to have. I feel like you get in this character Elliot, you get a boy that feels authentic and real, like the kind of children that I knew and I was. You know, that he is struggling with the divorce of his parents, and he feels like he really doesn't have kind of anybody to talk to. He's very lonely, and you just get the sense of sort of this loneliness, and you have this older brother who is mean to him, and I just relate to it so much. I mean, I love my brother, but we definitely kind of had a little bit of that dynamic going on, and he ends up finding this alien, this E.T. And not only is E.T. become a friend of his, they actually become interconnected. Their hearts, their spirits, or whatever, become interconnected in this powerful way. And it's just, I found it so moving. Like throughout the film, I was just crying, and it definitely is a manipulative film. And so I can understand why some people don't care for it, because it definitely is trying to make you cry. It's trying to push those emotional buttons, but I was so connected with the characters that I was okay with that. Enough breaths away from that emotional manipulation that I think it works. You get the lighter moments, the fun moments when they're going out trick-or-treating or making a mess of the house or things like that. I mean, I find one really powerful moment is when he decides to free all the frogs. It's a funny moment, but it's also, I think, kind of powerful. When the FBI people come and take E.T. away, I mean, that is just devastating, and it's so sad. And you see him there, you're killing him, and as they are killing E.T., they are killing him. He feels it on this personal basis, and I thought it was so moving and beautiful. And I think that Henry Thomas is amazing as Elliot. I think he's so believable and authentic and real and emotional, and it is just a great child performance for sure. Compare this movie to Lilo and Stitch, because one of the things I don't really like about Lilo and Stitch is that he's so ugly. I don't like the way that Stitch looks. He looks like a cockroach, and I don't like cockroaches. Whereas I think in this case, with E.T., I think he's way cuter. Just the way that he talks and the way that, his little sort of weird squeals and stuff is so cute. And so unlike Lilo and Stitch, which I love Lilo and Stitch, but it becomes a little much when you know, the house is getting torn down, and everyone's losing their jobs, and it's just becomes so much. Where I feel like in E.T., like I said, there's enough sort of breaths, there's enough lighter moments to kind of make it palatable for me. And just such magical scenes, like when he first flies on the bike, like that's magic. The John Williams score is perfect, I think, for this. Absolutely perfect. And overall, I just think it's a moving, beautiful story about the loneliness of childhood, and when you can make a connection as a child, and how powerful that is, whether it's with a dog, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with a parent, whatever it might be, and how meaningful that is, and how you don't want to let that go. I think it also has something to say about, like, are we listening to the mom? She's so oblivious and so only kind of aware of her own problems and her own life, and she's not aware of what's happening to her son. And so I think that it's kind of interesting on that level as well. And I think another really good movie to compare this to is Where the Wild Things Are. They're very similar, and I love both those movies so much. And so, I don't know, it's just a theme of childhood loneliness that I really respond to and really relate to. So I love this movie. I think it is perfect. And yeah, I'd give it A+, highest grade. And if you haven't seen it in a while, give it a watch. It's really special and one of Steven Spielberg's best. So that's my thoughts on E.T., the Extraterrestrial. Let me know what you think of E.T. Put in the comments section. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later.